Have you ever watched someone realize they were the villain in their own story? Dylan and I had been best friends since 3rd grade. We did everything together back then. Built forts, shared Pokemon cards, had sleepovers every weekend. But by 10th grade, something had shifted. Dylan got taller, started playing basketball, and suddenly everyone wanted to hang out with him. I stayed the same nerdy kid who got excited about science projects. At first, I thought our friendship was just evolving. Dylan would still invite me to hang out with his new crew. But then the comments started. In our group chat, he'd screenshot my messages and add laughing emojis when I used big words or got excited about something. Everyone would pile on with more laugh reacts. "Marcus is such a nerd," he'd type, followed by a string of crying, laughing faces. I told myself it was just jokes. Friends roast each other, right? But it felt different when 20 people were laughing at me instead of with me. At parties, Dylan became the entertainment. He'd tell stories about me wetting my pants in 5th grade or the time I cried during a horror movie. Everyone would crack up while I stood there with a fake smile, waiting for it to end. I started leaving early, making up excuses about having to be home. The worst part was how he'd catch me after and say, "You know I'm just messing around, right? We're boys." And I'd nod because what else could I do? Losing Dylan meant losing everyone. But the group chat got worse. Dylan started recording my voice during calls and playing it back in a squeaky tone, mocking how I pronounced certain words. Kids at school began imitating it. I stopped talking in class. When I wore new clothes, Dylan would take photos and post them with captions like, "Fashion icon right here," with sarcasm dripping from every word. I went back to wearing the same 3 hoodies every day. One Monday, I just couldn't do it anymore. I stopped responding to the group chat. When Dylan texted asking where I was at lunch, I said I had to catch up on homework. It wasn't a lie. I ate in the library instead. By Wednesday, I told my mom I wanted to try homeschooling. She asked why, and I made up something about wanting to focus better. She looked concerned, but said we could try it. The next week, I was typing a message to my mom about how relieved I felt when I accidentally sent it to our old group chat instead. I don't think Dylan even likes me anymore. I feel like I'm always the joke. I try to laugh it off, but I feel stupid and small when I'm around him. Maybe homeschooling is better. At least I won't have to pretend everything's fine. I realized my mistake immediately and deleted it, but it was too late. Read receipts showed several people had seen it. My phone started buzzing. Dylan was calling. I let it go to voicemail, then another call, then texts. "Dude, what are you talking about? I was just joking around. You know I don't mean that stuff. Call me back." But I didn't. For the first time in years, I felt peace. No one was laughing at me. No one was waiting for me to say something they could mock. A few days later, my friend Jake told me Dylan had been acting weird at school. Apparently, he kept asking people if they thought he was mean to me. He'd go quiet during lunch instead of cracking jokes. Some kids even asked where I went. Dylan sent a long text apologizing, saying he never meant to hurt me and that he missed hanging out. But all I could think about was how many times I'd felt small because of him. How many nights I'd gone home feeling like I wasn't good enough. I texted back, "I'm not mad. I just need space." The truth was, I wasn't angry anymore. I was just tired. Tired of being the punchline. Tired of pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. Through Jake, I heard Dylan started being nicer to other kids. He stopped making fun of people's clothes or the way they talked. Maybe watching our friendship fall apart showed him something he didn't want to see about himself.